These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. When it comes to online college, Southern New Hampshire University is so good, it's scary. Listen, the facts don't lie. SNHU has degree programs that fit your goals, online classes that fit your life, and real support at every step. And if that wasn't enough, they've got some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. This is an airtight case, you guys. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to get started. That's snhu.edu/morbid. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is Morbid.
It's morbid.
At night.
At night.
Alaina won't get that reference, but at night. SpongeBob.
Oh my God. It's always SpongeBob.
I was going to say, you shouldn't be surprised at this point.
I almost said it. I was almost like, is that SpongeBob?
If I say that it's a reference you're not going to get, I feel like 8 out of 10 times is probably SpongeBob.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That checks.
Or a hip rap song.
Which I probably won't get.
That's what I'm saying.
I try. So today we're doing kind of like a spooky legend
Episode,
right?
yeah.
Episode. We're doing kind of like a mishmash, a spooky legends.
Mishmash.
A mishmash.
A mishmash.
A mishmash. A smishmash.
Yeah, we figured like Halloween, legends.
Halloween.
Legends.
Halloween.
And legends, they just go hand in hand.
They do, and it just felt right. Because we haven't really done anything like Halloween related on the pod. I mean, we've been doing some spooky things, but we've been doing just a lot of like true crime cases. So we're like, you know what? Let's bring it to a place of Halloween.
Bring it
back. A place of spookiness.
Yeah.
A place of weird.
A place of Alaina and Ash.
Which, by the way, speaking of spooky and weird and awesome, we went to the Salem Night Fair the other night.
Dude, it was so much fun.
Ryan and Matt from the Black Veil. They're the ones who put it on. They do such an amazing job.
It's insane.
Like shout out to them.
And all the vendors and like everybody who makes it happen. It's just like, it's one of the, Alaina literally walked in there and she was like, I want to live here.
Yeah. I texted John and because he was home with the kids and I was like, because they were sleeping and one of us had to stay home because we're kind of like shorthanded with help this week. But I texted him because he was like, how is it? And I was like, I'm not kidding you. I feel like this is the inside of my mind.
It absolutely is.
And it felt like it was.
Oh my God, I have to still unpack the candles that I got there.
Yes.
And when I do, I need to shout out the woman who makes those candles, because she was telling us like how she does it and everything, and she sets intentions and all this stuff, and they're so beautiful and they smell so good. I can't wait to light one.
It's just like, it's like spooky Etsy come to life.
Yeah.
It's just these amazing vendors, like so many cool things, like good food and tarot card readings. It's everything just delightful that you can want. And it's at the Salem Pioneer Village, which makes it just spooky and awesome.
It was so rad. It was also the start to like a really awesome weekend for me.
Yeah.
Like this past weekend was one of the best weekends I've had in years.
Look at you.
Because I got to do that with you and like a bunch of our spooky fun friends.
Yeah.
And then the next day we got to go to Drew's cousin's bachelorette, and she's just like the sweetest human, and all her sisters are so cool.
I love that.
And it was like so fun hanging out with them. And then yesterday I got to hang out with you and our family.
Exactly.
And it was like so wonderful.
And we got to go to a haunted house finally.
And
with
we got to bring
Sheena and Trid.
Yes. Oh wow, the way that I almost just outed Trid's identity.
I was just
Good
that's
thing you
why
said
I
it.
went whoop.
Yep, you said shut up. You said pump the brakes.
I said Trid.
Oh man, that was a close call.
Yeah, if you guys aren't following Sheena, Melwani, and Trid, the real Indian dad,
Yeah.
you got to do it. Go follow their TikTok. Go check them out. They're hilarious. And also, they happen to be like the sweetest, most amazing people in real life. So
yeah, they've become recently like some of our new best friends, and it's really
love
exciting.
them.
And it was Sheena's first haunted house ever.
Yeah.
So it was really fun to bring her to that.
I felt like so important bringing her to her first haunted house.
I know. And also it was so much fun.
It was needed. We haven't hit one this year.
No.
It hasn't worked out. You know, people have been sick, kids have been sick. It just hasn't been a thing that we could do.
Yeah.
And we've just been so busy that it just isn't working out. And finally,
no, I know.
It was after all the kids went to sleep, and I was like, you know what? Let's go. We can go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Alaina and I used to go to a haunted house literally every weekend in October. Like it was our thing that we did together, and we'd like invite whoever, but we always went no matter what. Yeah. And the past couple of years it's been COVID and kids and busy and craziness. So it's like next year we got to get back on our grind.
Get back on it. You know, but we met a ton of you guys at the night fair too.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say you guys were awesome, and it was really cool to meet you, and you kind of made our nights. So thanks for being rad.
Yeah. It just felt right. Good weekend.
It felt right. Every time somebody came up and was like, "Oh my God, hey," it was like we would meet here.
Oh, hell
like you know what I mean? Like I was like, yeah, like this feels right. Yeah, that we're meeting here.
That's our good meet cute with people. You know.
So thanks for being awesome and saying hi to us, because that was really cool.
It was so fun,
and I hope you guys had fun at the night fair too.
And I hope everybody had a good weekend, no matter what they did.
And you know what? It's Halloween spooky random legend time.
I think this episode goes out on like a Wednesday. People are going to be like, it's literally the middle of the week.
It is. You know?
Yeah.
But you know it's coming. Whatever.
Yeah.
Halloween's coming.
Oh.
I didn't. You were so confused.
Yeah. Like, it's, what time is it? It's late. I don't
even know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's like 8:30 p.m. So I'm geriatric and it's way past my bedtime.
But do you want to start or should I?
No.
Whoa.
I never start these.
All right.
Oh my.
Wow. If you could see her face right now, everybody.
No.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I'm going to be covering a little bit, like just a little handful, little scoop of fairy lights.
Oh,
the legends of fairy lights.
You do that. I have a joke for you.
Okay.
I'm not like Michael Scott. I'm superstitious. Yeah. So that's why you have to start.
Oh, I see. Okay. That took me a second.
It also took me a second to form the joke. And that's why I had to interrupt you and tell the joke at a bad spot.
Very nice.
But I had to do what I had to do.
Because I was at first, my brain was going to the actual quote, like I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little superstitious. Mm-hmm. So I got confused. But I like it.
Okay.
And retroactively, I'm laughing right now.
Alrighty.
Like, you son of a bitch.
Tell me about your fairies and remind me not to tell a joke when it's too late.
Look at Ash doing a tight 10 up in here. So yeah, I'm going to talk about some fairy lights. Particularly, I'm going to start with ones from Louisiana.
Oh, do you like that place or something?
I do. I think Louisiana's great.
tinyurl.com/the butcher and the wren.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But these are called Le Feu Follets.
Ooh. Yes. Kind of like a beignet, but different.
Not at all like a beignet, but
different.
I would like a beignet now.
I've never had a beignet.
A beignet.
Beignet.
No, these are called Le Feu Follets, and these entities are also known as the Cajun fairies or the swamp fairies. And it may sound beautiful, but it has a truly sinister motive for appearing to unsuspecting victims.
So back the fuck up.
Yeah, it sounds great, but no. So this word is obviously French. I don't know if you could tell.
Oh, that's weird. I thought it was German.
Le Feu Follet. It's obviously French, and it has a few different translations. I've seen marsh fire, but I've also seen crazy fire, which I think crazy fire kind of like fits better.
I like that.
Now, a lot of people with Cajun heritage today, especially in the Louisiana area, have probably heard tales of these entities from their parents, grandparents, the like. They're the kind of tales that come with a strong lesson of not following things into the swamp or the woods.
Lessons are important.
They are. Stay out of the swamps and just don't be a crazy little wanderer,
That's actually like exactly who I am.
Yeah, don't be a crazy little wanderer.
Too late.
Not in these parts. Now, these little things are balls of light, usually very small, but sometimes they can be a little bigger. Like some of them are the size of like a quarter, and then some of them can be like a cantaloupe size.
A cantaloupe, you say?
And they'll look like a flickering flame.
Cantaloupes are pretty big. Imagine a flickering cantaloupe flame.
Yeah, but they're far away. They start out far away, so you'll see them and they just kind of vary in size. Now, they appear in the darkness of the Louisiana Bayou, and they just kind of like dance along the tree line. And initially, these lights were seen as a good omen at first, because people were like, "Oh, lights! That's great.
Lights are always good.
Sounds good." And the story can sometimes vary depending on who is telling it, but there is a strong consistency with the important parts of the stories when it comes to where these came from. Some people believe that these fires are the spirits of babies that died unbaptized or died while they were still nursing.
Oh.
Yeah. And these aren't like grown people who weren't baptized as babies. These are babies who were not baptized and died as babies.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what these are.
You said, let me clarify.
Let me clarify.
You were like, you're confused, and I was, so thank you. Okay,
or these are babies who died while they were still nursing.
Oh, that's terrible.
And they now have to like wander around in some kind of purgatory state.
I hate that.
Now, a lot of these tales regarding them are scary and have like a really hopeless feeling to them. If they're not babies, then some people believe that these are just like spirits of those who died. They lived terrible lives, like did wicked things in their lives. And they entered purgatory and then were spit back into the earthly realm because their lives were so filled with sin that they're now forced into this like punishment afterlife.
Damn, you're so bad you can't even hang out in purgatory.
We spit you out of purgatory. Like neither one of them are taking you.
Who the hell gets spit out of purgatory?
Apparently the people who turn into Le Feu Follets.
But Le Feu Follet is so beautiful.
It does sound beautiful. That's their game. So others believe that these are bright, like these are the spirits of loved ones who have died. And this was their way of returning home to pass on a message or to comfort those who were struggling with their loss.
All right. So far we've got dead babies, which is absolutely terrible. We've got people
wicked human beings.
So terrible that they can't even hang out in purgatory. And now I have a loved one.
Well, and this is what it is. This is where the issue lies. This is a trap. They are all traps. You are compelled by these lights to follow them, but you will never quite reach them. And they're not good. They appear to be seen as what you want them to be. Loved ones to comfort you and bring you news from beyond. Like they try to make themselves into what you need them to be. But they are not your loved ones. They are not anything good. They are masking as such and are in fact there to lure you into the swamps to your fucking death.
Well, that's why they shouldn't have gotten kicked out of purgatory. Leave them there so they can't fuck with me and mine.
So even though the people who would believe these were their loved ones were being tricked by these entities, what they are is they really are like evil things. So I don't think, And the whole like babies in purgatory thing, I think is just like a whole other series of issues. But
yeah,
I think it seems to me like the one that fits right is these, because these are evil. Like they're not good.
Like so Frank from Hellraiser.
Yeah, exactly. Like
he would definitely be one of these. I'm a horror queen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's me, Ash. I watch horror movies now.
I introduced Ash to Hellraiser like last week?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, for the first time, she had seen it and she loved it.
I really liked it a lot.
I was so proud.
Mama,
I was real proud. I was like, that's my girl.
That's my girl.
That's my girl.
Well, next on Scream, just like quick diversion. If you guys don't listen to Scream, you should listen to Scream.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a podcast that we're on with our friend Caleb, and we do horror movies. But we're gonna do Black Sunday, and I'm really excited for it. And it's my pick, so like I really am becoming a true horror head.
And guys, now's the time to go listen to Scream if you're not listening already.
Yeah, come on.
Go ahead, it's fun.
This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. I happen to be somebody that struggles with people pleasing. So a lot of times I will build things up and up and up and up and up and then kind of get to the point where I'm like, I need to let this out to this person. Even in 2026, that stigma and just stigma in general can get in the way of a lot of things, like getting support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking that first step yourself because you're busy. You're worried about what other people might think, or telling yourself that you should handle this all alone. But therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform, can be a space to slow down and talk through what's been building before it feels unmanageable. Just take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully qualified. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/morbid. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/morbid. Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
So back to this. They're not your loved ones. They're going to lead you to your fucking death in the swamp. Their entire thing is to distract you. Like they're like, ooh, pretty lights. And then you follow them.
Pretty lights and you love me. Let's go.
Exactly.
Dead.
And once they have you, they keep you.
Oh,
they're not letting you go.
I did not like the little eye thing that you just did.
They keep you.
They keep you. I was like, don't look at me like that.
They keep you. And they lead you further and further into the swamps, making sure that you lose your way, that you're paying attention to them. You're not paying attention to where you're going. And when you realize how far you have wandered, it's always too late.
Oh, my damn.
You're either lost or you will fall into the swamp and drown. Those are the two outcomes. And some legends even say, I found a few things that say they'll try to lure you into the swamps and into briars or sharp prickly bushes to get you torn to pieces.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Again, like Hellraiser.
Exactly.
Whoa. Are these just centibites?
Maybe. These could be just Pinhead and like Butterball over there.
My man.
But, my man. Now, they have also been associated, though, with treasure-seeking people.
Okay.
So there are stories that say it was common for high-ranking pirates to kill a crew member before they would bury their treasure. They would then throw the body of this crew member into the hole with the treasure, and this act would connect this dead man's soul to the treasure forever. Oh. And they are now forced into the job of guarding the treasure until the pirates come back to claim it.
Why do I kind of love that?
Isn't that gnarly?
The murder part.
Isn't that so gnarly? Like they murder one of their crewmates, throw him in the hole, and he's now bound to this treasure.
That's some Pirates of the Caribbean shit.
That's some pirate shit.
Yeah. We should cover like some pirate stories.
We gotta cover some pirate stories.
There's some crazy ones lingering out there in the depths.
Yo ho ho.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Ahoy. Maybe. There you go. Arg.
Did we just become pirates?
We did. Remember when everybody would get excited about Speak Like a Pirate Day? Or everybody would get excited about on Facebook, they would let you change your language to pirate?
I do briefly remember.
And I think
the
instead
Facebook
of like,
thing.
what do you, because you know how like when you would put up a status update, it would say like, what are your thoughts? What's on your mind? It would change to like, what ye be plundering or something.
That must have been when Facebook like first happened. And I think I was like a little bit after that.
And everyone was like real into it. They're like, hilarious. I'm a pirate. It says what ye be plundering right now.
I kind of love that.
It was funny. We were a simpler people back then.
When you would just get into like poke fights on Facebook?
It was a simpler time. It was a beautiful time.
Yeah. Poking used to be a way of like flirtation back in my day.
Oh yeah. It was a much simpler time. But enough of that. So these spirits that are now connected to this treasure are said to become Le Feu Follet, especially when the treasure was finally claimed by the pirate that initially buried it, because they would still stay and guard the place that the treasure was. Mm-hmm. Then they would lure other people toward the treasure place, only to lead them to certain death and bury them alive.
Alrighty.
So people think they're being led to buried treasure. There's a tale of like these two guys. I read it in a few different sources. These two guys were working on a railroad together. They were friends. They saw the Le Feu Follets and they were like, ooh, we have to follow them because maybe they're going to lead us to treasure. And they followed. And the Le Feu Follet went into the dirt, like into the, like led them astray, went into the dirt, and they were like, that must be where the treasure is. So they started digging, and they were working on the railroad, so they had shovels.
All the livelong day.
They ended up banging into something. They're like, holy shit, it's treasure. They got so excited that one of them was greedy and decided to knock the other one out with a shovel to take the treasure for himself.
Oh, that's fake as fuck.
But when he got to the treasure, he opened it up, and it was a Le Feu Follet who was fucking with him, and that Le Feu Follet killed him. And then his friend woke up and ran back to the railroad and was like, holy shit, what happened? And they never found the other friend again. So he was a fucking greedy shithead, and he got eaten by the Le Feu Follet.
Eaten, you say?
I said the Le Feu Follet, but it's just Le Feu Follet, because that's two thes.
Whoa.
But, so don't follow the Le Feu Follet, and if you follow the Le Feu Follet with a friend, don't get fucking greedy, because one of you is going to die.
Wow, this is cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you might be thinking to yourself right now, well, shit.
Yeah.
Is this it?
I'm usually thinking to myself, well, shit.
Like, if they appear, do I have a choice, or is it just my fate to follow them? Like, are they going to force me to follow them?
Yeah, what are my options
like,
here?
what do I do here?
I'm saying.
Well, some locals believe that you actually can fight against their otherworldly power and keep yourself from becoming a victim of the swamp fairies.
With a little 1-2 punch?
No, not a 1-2 punch. They don't give a shit about that. They're like, get the fuck out of here with your little hands.
Why was that so funny? They don't give a shit about
They
that.
They don't care about that.
Foo-foo on your 1-2 punch,
like,
asshole.
I'm Feu Follet. I don't care about your little like boop boop hands. Boop, boop hands. So apparently these little entities, though, they don't care about you throwing hands, but they do care about iron. They cannot cross anything iron.
Oh.
Not sure why. So if you're seeing one and you're feeling the pull of their power, you have to put something iron between you. Usually it's recommended that you drive something into the ground that's iron, like a blade, or I read a lot of people use iron needles. And this is interesting because it works, the way that it works is the Feu Follet are compelled to try to fit through the eye of the needle. They try to fit through it.
Why does that sound familiar to me?
Like, well, I'll tell you, because you probably remember it from a couple of other things. So they'll try to get through the eye of the needle, and then they will spend a lot of time and effort trying to do this, and they'll momentarily lose sight of the fact that they came here initially to lure you into the swamp to watch you die a horrific, slow death.
It's kind of like you lure them into the eye of the needle and watch them have a horrific, slow death.
You play their own game. So when they're distracted, you can run as far away as humanly possible and never look back. This works a lot like the legends that include leaving a lot of things outside your door for spirits to count. That might be what you're thinking about. We've covered things before. Like we've covered some of these like keep away methods for spirits.
Yeah, like Samhain.
Yeah. Now, one of these I found actually, because I started looking into other ones because I thought the same thing. I was like, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking of all these different like cultures and legends that would be like, they will count this many things outside your door and forget that they're coming in to hurt you. Now, one of these that I found terrifying and fascinating is the haint.
Oh.
Which is an evil ghost from Gullah Geechee culture found in the South near like Florida, Georgia, North and South Carolina area. These haints have a method, and these haints are like evil ghosts. And they have a method of killing their victims by chasing them until they die of exhaustion.
That's my worst fucking nightmare.
That's their goal. They just exhaust you to death.
I mean, life is already doing that to me, so can you not?
So can you not? But you can keep these away, it's said, by a few methods. First, you can apparently use newspaper as wallpaper. Or
that's not my vibe.
You can put pages of books as wallpaper, which sounds kind of cool.
Also not my vibe.
Because the haint just has to read every single word. They will stop and have to read every single word in these papers. So the more papers, the better.
Okay.
They will never be able to get you. The sun will come up and they'll be banished.
Awesome. Bye.
You can also leave sand, rice, or a broom outside your home because the haint will have to count every grain of sand or rice, and they will have to count every bristle on the broom. And they get confused really easily, so they'll have to start over a bunch of times. The more things you can leave out for them to count, the better.
All right.
You can also paint your porch ceiling or floor haint blue.
Oh,
because it makes them think that it's water, and that's something they can't go past. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Yeah. And those, you will still find porches, especially in the South.
Yeah.
It's like in the Carolinas and stuff, you'll find a ton of porches have that blue.
I found that out a couple years ago. I knew somebody who had like a blue roof on their porch.
Yeah. Now, this brings us back to iron and the Feu Follets.
Yes.
They can't pass iron, so you can sometimes trick them with whatever you have to put in the ground. They will at least pause to think it over, and you can get out of there.
Will kale count?
Kale, there you go. Iron rich. Iron rich kale.
Yeah.
So apparently they can also enter your home, though, which is terrifying.
No thanks. Can I give them something to count?
You can. So there's a thought that Le Feu Follet really love to terrorize children, particularly infants.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't think they're babies.
Yeah, they're dicks. So if your baby wakes up with rosy cheeks, it's thought that the Feu Follet came into your home at night and stole some of your infant's breath. Oh. And that's why their cheeks are a little rosy.
Not just that they're a warm sleeper.
No, Feu Follet.
Okay.
So in order to make sure that doesn't happen again or happen at all, really,
yes.
It's suggested that you scatter mustard seeds on the floor of the nursery because, again, Le Feu Follet will stop to count them all. And eventually the sun will rise and they will be banished another day.
Okay.
Of course, you now have mustard seeds all over the floor of your nursery, but hey, your baby still has oxygen. So that's a good toss-up in my book.
Although, like, mustard seeds do kind of seem like they would be a choking hazard, so...
Well, if your baby's in the crib.
Yeah,
baby's not getting out of the crib.
Some
not as an infant. Do. Not as an infant. This is like infant.
Infancy.
This isn't toddler. Like, this is infant. So they're swaddled. Like, you got a swaddler in there.
Oh, I love the little swaddled
I love
baby.
little swaddled baby mooshies.
I feel like I could just, like, smell that.
I know.
Like, smell a little swaddled babe.
Now, that was all interesting to me. But then while searching for information about these things, I kept coming across, like, things like it that were, like, really... I want to do, like, a whole episode, I swear, on these kind of things because they're just very interesting. And I kept finding them from all over the world. And there are the will-o'-the-wisps in Scotland, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But those are the ones I knew about growing up. Like, Ma used to talk about them. And then one I hadn't heard of is from Denmark. And they are literally called the jack-o'-lanterns.
But they're not
But they're not pumpkins.
Okay.
They are lights as well. And they're said to, and this is Denmark, they're said to be spirits of unrighteous men.
Are you righteous?
No. I'm a jack-o'-lantern, actually.
Ruh-roh.
Now, these unrighteous men come back because they were kicked out of the other realm and sent back to Earth. They make it their goal to lure travelers off their paths and lead them into bogs and marshes and swamps so that they drown alone. Also, don't you dare point at one if you see it. If you point at one, they will always see you pointing at them no matter what, and they will seek you out.
Well, you are pointing right now, so I suggest you stop.
I'm pointing right at you.
Well, there's 3 fingers pointing right back at you.
Oh, that's funny. No, it's the same concept, but this time it's grown unrighteous men. And the way to stop them is not with iron, but by turning your cap inside out.
What if I don't have a cap?
Well, what's funny to me is like, so basically a rally cap will send these assholes packing.
Yeah.
Do you remember? She's shaking her head. She literally was like, no.
I was like, already, I don't remember.
When playing like baseball or softball, a rally cap was like you put your hat inside out when you're not doing great because you're manifesting a rally.
Do you remember that I was the girl on the softball team who convinced everybody to make matching bows, and then we all wore those to games, and then the softball coaches really didn't like me for that?
I do remember that.
You're welcome.
But
softball, but make it fashion.
It's still funny that like a rally cap is like a turned inside out cap to like manifest a rally when you need one. And that will send the jack-o'-lanterns packing.
Is there anything else I can do, or that's my only hope?
That's it. That's all I could find. So if you don't have a cap, I guess you're shit out of luck.
Well, shit.
This part of the show is brought to you by Anua, the Korean skincare brand known for scientific, gentle, yet effective formulations. The latest from Anua is the Retinol Collagen Gua Sha Cream, a firming cream with a gua sha-shaped tip built right in. Have you guys heard of gua sha? It's that viral massage tool that moves fluid and tension out of your face. Less puffiness, a snatched jawline, honey, more definition in your face. Retinol firms and reduces fine lines, and collagen keeps your skin plump and structured. This cream has both of those things, arguably the most optimal combo for that snatched, lifted look all in one step. I am obsessed with the Gua Sha cream. First of all, it feels so cool to the touch. When you put that on your face, it's just like, this is lovely. It's like a little spa treatment that you can give yourself. I like to do mine at night after I get out of the shower. I rub the cream on my face with the little gua sha. I'm sculpting that jawline, honey. I got it on the cheekbones. And actually, I had a facial the other day, and the lady doing my facial, the professional, she said, "Do you use a gua sha at home?" And I said, "I do." And I said, "How did you know that?" And she said, "I didn't have those little like bumps in my chin or like different areas like that." So she could tell that I was using the gua sha. And I said, "Oh my God." I just feel like I wake up less puffy in the morning when I do it the night before. But you can do it whenever you want to. I, 10 out of 10, recommend this product. The Anua Gua Sha Cream Value Set is available at anua.com, already discounted. Use code MORBID for an extra 10% off. That's ANUA.com, code MORBID. Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70.
But that's awesome. Now back to the Will of the Wisps, because those, I just love those.
Ma talked about these.
Mom and Dad. I remember Dad telling me a story about the Will of the Wisps because they are from Scotland.
I never heard them talk about these. Now I'm interested.
Yeah. It's probably the closest thing I knew to Le Feu Follet.
Okay.
They originate in Scotland, and they're kind of the same idea. They're fairy lights that lead people astray to their demise. And they are sometimes referred to as Ignis Status, I believe. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's Latin. And it's Latin for...
Just don't say it then.
I was just going to say, it's probably good that I can't say that, so that's really great. It's Latin for foolish fire. And it makes sense. That's exactly what it is. So travelers or just any wary victim would see what looked like a flickering flame of a lantern or a candle over the moors or bogs or marshland. They would feel compelled to follow it. And sometimes it gave the impression of someone needing help.
Oh.
Yeah. So it like preys on people's like need to help others.
Oh, right.
Or something you just needed to go and check out, like something interesting. They were like, and these little lights are very like playful. They're like fairy lights. And at first, they bounce and jump and like really invite you.
They're like, check me out.
Like they're like, girl, let's go.
Damn, I'm never going to look at a firefly the same after this.
That's it, truly. Now, the will-o'-the-wisps are bad omen. And seeing one can mean you or someone you know is about to die.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And they're also said to possibly lead someone to maybe see Fae, which can be, ooh. Or, you don't want to fuck with Fae.
No, you do not.
And they also will lead you to leprechauns.
Huh.
So that seems like bullshit to me, but because that's more in like the Irish version of things.
Yeah.
But there's like a little buried treasure bit here too, that in Scotland it says like you could find treasure too. So I guess that lines up with like leprechauns.
Or you could die.
Truth. So it's a real 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
Now, it's the origin of will-o'-the-wisps that really interested me at first. It's just like an interesting story. Apparently, the legend says that there was a man named Willem who was an asshole. Willem, there you go. He did all sorts of bad things while he was alive, and when it was time for him to shuffle off this mortal coil, he went to meet St. Peter at the pearly gates, and the film of his life rolled before him, and it was a flop. This film sucked.
Critics hated it.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 10% at best. The Letterboxd score was even worse. It was just... So St. Peter was like, my guy, we can't let you in with those kind of numbers. You can't come in here.
Well, shit,
so he was like,
again.
You have to try this shit again, William. So he was like, You gotta Willem. It is William and Willem, and it's different both sources you see, but I got Willem.
Get you a boy who could do
Exactly.
both.
So he sent Willem back to Earth to give it another try.
Oh, okay. So you better shape the fuck up, sir.
This idiot fucked it up again.
I bet he did.
In fact, he was even worse this time around.
Oh, no.
So
St. Peter didn't say that.
Was like, get out when he came back.
Get fucked.
He kicked him out, not back to Earth, but banished him from the other place, too. So he was walking around purgatory, and the devil shows up.
He said, hey.
And the devil was like, wow, you're pathetic. And he gave him a burning piece of brimstone, and he was like, here, it's fucking cold in here. Hold that. As the devil would. He was like, it's cold in purgatory. Here's some fucking fiery brimstone to hold on to. Like, hope it keeps you warm.
I don't think the devil would like help you out like
that.
And
he gave it to him and he was like, don't be a dick. And then he just left. Here's some fiery rock. Try to make something of yourself in purgatory.
I want to know what the devil was doing in purgatory.
Well, I think he probably like toots in there a little bit and is like, how's everybody doing? Like, he's probably just a dick in there.
Do you guys follow Satan on TikTok?
Oh my God.
Because you should.
Follow Satan on TikTok.
I know his true identity, but I won't spoil it.
Hilarious.
It's so good.
You gotta follow it. But he basically said, don't be a dick. Here's some fiery rock.
Yeah,
do something with your life.
You will with that.
But Will took this as an opportunity to enact his bitter revenge on the world, which might have been the devil's
plan all along.
Because he knew that Willem was a dick.
It's a setup.
Here's some fiery rock. Be a nice guy. And then he just left.
Yeah, like what?
But he continues his reign of terror now, using his brimstone rock gifted by Lucifer to lure travelers into the bogs to die. Nice, Will. Now, I'm not going to ruin this by pointing out that all of these lights can possibly be attributed to swamp gas and bioluminescent mushrooms and algae.
But you just did, though.
It's spirits. Happy fucking Halloween.
I love that send-off.
That's the end of mine.
That was really funny. And you said, us, the ends of mine. All right. Well,
fairy lights.
I am a witch.
Ooh, yeah, you do.
I have a witch because it's fucking Halloween.
A witch and a curse and a ooh.
Yes, actually. I witch in a few curses and always some when it's my story. All right, well, mine is the legend of Hannah Cranna, a.k.a. the Wicked Witch of Monroe.
Hannah Cranna.
Hannah Cranna.
Hey, girl.
I fucking love her, to be honest.
I already love her.
All right. So like I said, the Hannah Cranna legend comes to us from Monroe, Connecticut, much like the Warrens.
Hey, close by.
Hey-o. So Hannah was a lady who was born way back in 1783. One who was said to be a witch.
Ooh.
Now, luckily for Hannah, like by the time she was doing her witchy thing, people in New England had already seen the hysteria caused in Salem by the witch trials. So they were a little more hesitant to bring women that they believed to be witches to trial.
That's so nice of them.
Yeah, they were like, we saw how this went, and I think instead we'll just spread some rumors throughout town and mess with them from afar.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. So
they saw that it was a flop the first time around, and they were like, let's not repeat that.
They said, we're not in our flop era.
No, we are not.
We're in our fucking bitch ass era. So let's spread rumors and run amok.
It might be in our bitch ass era again.
Yeah,
seems like the whole world is in that bitch ass era.
Very much in a bitch ass era at this moment in time. But back then, they were not in their flop era. They were, again, in their bitch ass era. And that was the case with Miss Hannah. They bullied her from afar. Now, nice. Hannah's a bit of a mystery woman, even when it comes to her name, because some sources say that she was married to a man named Joseph Hovey, and her grave actually even says that she's the wife of that man's. But I also found an article on newspapers.com, and it referred to her husband as Silas Cranna.
Huh.
So I was trying to figure out if like Silas was like Mr. or Sir or something like that, but it seems to be a name.
It is, so that's weird.
That's interesting because nobody really knows when Hannah became known as Hannah Cranna. Some people say that it was a nickname given to her in like a jokey way. But I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter that much because throughout the year, she's more known as the Wicked Witch of Monroe.
Whoa.
So the house that she and her husband lived on was on Cragley. I hope I'm saying that right. Cragley Hill in Monroe, Connecticut. Now, evidently, these days, what is left of their home, we'll get more of that later, is guarded by different sized snakes.
Ooh.
To this day.
Damn.
Now, Hannah's story seems to start with the death of her husband. So there are two very different accounts of how she killed the man.
Oh.
Neither has been proven to be true, but let's explore both, shall we?
Let's look at both.
So story one says that Hannah's husband went out for a walk one night and he drifted a little too far from home. Now, somehow he stumbled over and fell off the edge of a cliff in Connecticut.
In Connecticut.
In Connecticut.
And when you said drifted too far from home, I just pictured him like clinging to a piece of driftwood and just like drifting.
No, he's just walking. He's just slowly drifting. Drifting away. I don't want to get sued. But his body was found the next day, and immediately people thought that Hannah had something to do with it.
Hannah Cranna.
They thought Hannah Cranna. They thought Hannah Cranna.
They did.
And they said she put some kind of spell on him that led to his death. The spell must have disoriented him so much that it just left him walking blindly to this cliff, having no idea what he was actually doing.
Damn.
So that could be it.
Could be it.
Or the other variation of the story is pretty dark. In this version, Hannah's husband partakes a little too often in excessive drinking, and she's through with it. She's had enough.
Well, she's Hannah Cranna.
She's Hannah Cranna.
She doesn't need this.
And she's not here for your shit.
No, she's not.
So he comes home one day and they get into it because she's like, hey, you smell like booze again and I'm kind of sick of this shit.
Yeah.
So they start fighting. They bring their argument outside because she says, you want to take this outside? And they walk toward the cliff and things get more and more heated until finally Hannah grabs her husband. Apparently she's very strong, like Bull. And she tosses him over the edge of the cliff.
No, holy shit.
Allegedly.
I'm laughing just because of like the thought of this. Like I'm picturing Hannah Cranna.
Yeah.
In my head as like a very small woman.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why. Just like it just came to my brain that way.
Petite girly.
And then I'm just picturing her like hoisting this man.
Me too.
Like Louisa.
Yes.
From Encanto. Like she does with the donkey.
Hannah's the strong one and she's not nervous.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she's as strong as the crust of the earth is. So and the Native Americans watched her be as strong as the crust of the earth is from the bottom of the cliff as this happened, even though Hannah thought that nobody had seen. But word spread around town either way, whether she tossed him over the cliff herself or if she concocted some kind of spell that made him do it.
So either way, he went over a cliff.
He did.
Yeah.
In Connecticut.
That's gnarly.
And there were a couple of people who really actually did want her persecuted for witchcraft. But for one reason or another, that never happened. But some people think that's because the local authorities were so scared of her that they didn't want to press the issue and try their luck.
I mean, there's two choices here. She either bewitched the man off a cliff or she hoisted him above her head and launched him off a cliff.
Nay, I say, yeeted the man.
I understand why they were a little hesitant to get involved in that whole thing.
And we're only lolling because this is a legend.
It's a legend. This is all legend. So
yes.
It's hilarious.
So Hannah's husband, he was said to have died in May, and she wasn't seen again until that next October. Ooh. So she disappeared for a little while.
And then she came back for spooky season.
She did, because she's Hannah Cranna.
She was like, it's Halloween, bitches.
Yes. Now, when she was spotted, there were two men riding past her. And according to the Newtown Bee newspaper, she was, quote, dressed in white flowing garments and with disheveled hair standing in the swamp near the road in the rear of her home.
I love that for her. She is now a swamp hag. And that's pretty great.
Also,
a swamp banshee.
Maybe
that's
she didn't kill her husband, and maybe she was just a little distraught that the man's yeeted himself over a cliff. So she was just having a quick moment in the swamp, and you could just let her have at it.
Yeah, let her grieve in the swamp, man.
Let me grieve in the swamp so that I know it's real.
Let me, she's having a hot banshee summer. Okay. She had a hot banshee summer. It's October now.
Next summer, you heard it here first. I am having a hot banshee summer.
That's what Hannah Cranna was doing.
Don't at me.
She was just finishing off her hot banshee summer. She was stepping into spooky season by stepping into the swamp.
Yes.
It was just her moment. Like, everybody needed to let her have her moment.
Let her live.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to let her live. And after that sighting, people would see her from time to time, and word kind of started to spread because people weren't seeing her too often. And a lot of the times the sightings would be really late at night. So people really kind of started to latch onto this idea that she was a witch, and they wouldn't see her again until that next spring. Now, she came back with a motherfucking bang. And maybe she wouldn't have, or if it weren't for like a little neighborly dispute, maybe she would have just continued hanging out and minding her own GD business. But apparently, one of her apparently one of her neighbor's cattle had gotten into her yard and messed up some of her flowers. Now, she took great pride in her garden. She grew tiger lilies, and she was like, "Don't fuck with them."
Do you know how hard it is to keep a plant alive?
Yes, I do, because I became a plant mom this past year.
Plant parents of the world, I tip my hat to you, because that shit is hard.
It is.
That shit is fucking hard.
Because so many plants are different, and like some like this weather.
It just takes a lot of commitment.
Some like that weather. Some you can't water too much. Some you have to give the moderate amount. Some you can't even fucking water. Like, who knew you couldn't leave a freaking cactus in your bathroom and that it would be too steamy in there and that you would kill a cactus? But even though nobody can kill a cactus, I'm not speaking from personal experience.
Yeah.
Who knew? Apparently you.
Who knew?
I don't know.
Who knew?
But anyway, Hannah. She got in a dispute with her neighbor because she was like, "Hey, you're being careless. You got to watch your cattle and not let them eat my shit or my tiger lilies." And this guy was not hearing her side of the story at all. He didn't give a shit.
Oh, no.
So she got real angry. Real angry. He laughed in her face and told her she was an old woman without a husband, and what would she even do to stop him?
That is literally like Ty and Clueless. You're a virgin who can't drive. Like, you're an old woman with no husband. Like, that is so gnarly. Like,
it's the Connecticut version of that.
Dude. My guy, that is not nice.
Yeah, that hit different.
Like, that's like, really, I would hex your ass.
Yeah.
Like, I would learn dark magic if I didn't know it.
I mean,
that would be it.
She showed him.
Damn.
Because according again to the Newtown Bee from December 7th, 1900, Hannah, quote, with strangely flashing eyes and a voice tense in its vindictiveness, cried with an outstretched menacing arm, "My curse upon you and my curse upon your crop."
I love Hannah Cranna.
Hannah Cranna is my mother effing girly.
Because I don't think she killed her husband.
Nor do I.
I think it was an accident. I think he stumbled off a cliff in Connecticut.
I think he was known to drink.
And I think she's cursing.
Yeah. I think she became a witch.
I think she was pushed into this.
And on that day, I became a witch.
There you go.
You know, TikTok.
Yeah. So, TikTok.
Hello,
Hannah
look it up.
knows TikTok.
Of course she does. Hannah knows all.
She'd be a great TikToker.
I'd follow her.
I would.
Yeah,
She'd show you how to grow tiger lilies.
She would have an Etsy shop for sheezy.
Yeah, for sure she would.
I wish she would said for sheezy.
And I would buy shit from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she'd be at the night fair.
All right, well, listen, she would have. But so before that fateful day, this man's crop was growing quite nicely. You know,
I bet it was.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, of course.
Your crop grows in so nicely.
I love when my crop grows nicely.
Why does that sound like gross? Why does that sound like dirty in a way?
You can make anything dirty.
It's truth. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Let's talk about bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, and it doesn't have to be that way. But with SoFi's high-yield checkings and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit. No account or overdraft fees. We love transparency. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, plus get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/morbid. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply. Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70. However, the morning after the curse was uttered, the man woke up to a very different set of crop.
I bet he did.
I know you're probably supposed to say crops, but saying crop and like making it feel plural is fun for me.
I like that.
Cool. Every last one of his potatoes had died, and the ground.
Potatoes? No.
I know, like how dare, like Hannah, I love you, but like not the potatoes.
That was a misstep, Hannah.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Nothing Hannah does is a misstep, in my opinion. IMO.
I love a potato.
I do too, but you can get them from another guy who won't tell you that you're old and that you don't have a husband to defend you.
I forgot about that. That's bad.
So poo-poo on him. All of his potatoes were dead, and the ground was littered with stinky, oozing dead potatoes.
Ew.
Much like he deserved. So a while later, after trying everything he possibly could to make his potatoes grow again and having all of his attempts fail, that motherfucker went with his tail between his legs to go apologize to Ms. Hannah.
I was just going to say, you should go apologize.
And he did.
Admit your wrongdoing.
He admitted his wrongdoing, and I respect that.
I do too.
So she told him, thank you for the apology, and mark my words, next year's crop will be beneficial to you, my dude.
Look at this forgiving queen.
Forgiving queen.
She sees growth.
She gives chances.
She sees growth,
yes,
and she rewards it.
Well, listen, the next year, the man was walking through the neighborhood, and Hannah gave him a little hello and beckoned him over, and she said to him, go out tonight at 10 o'clock to your crops, and you will see a significant change from last year. So he did. He went out to those crops. And as he stood there, he heard some kind of rustling in the distance. But then the sound got louder and louder, and he stood there in awe. The corn was literally growing as he watched it.
Whoa.
And by the time it was done, it was at least 20 inches taller than when he'd first gotten there.
That's a significant change.
One might say. So as he stood there, probably with his jaw on the ground, Hannah just came walking out of the stalks.
Yeah, she did.
And she said to him, and this is a quote again from the Newtown Bee newspaper because they had the best information on this.
They had the scoop.
They did. It was written in 1900 and it was so much fun to read.
I love those.
But she told him, quote, "Always remember that as others do to me, even so I do to them. Good for good, evil for evil."
Oh.
A little law of return for my witch bitches out there.
I'm with Hannah.
I am too.
Team Hannah.
I am a great believer in the rule of 3 by 3.
Mm-hmm.
So Theodore Beach and Isaac Nichols, 2 local farmers, would soon learn all about Hannah's philosophy. They were passing her house one day, and they called out to her in a real nasty tone, kind of doubting how powerful she was, because obviously this farmer before them had been like, holy shit, you guys, you gotta like be nice to Hannah.
Yeah,
she can make
fuck
shit.
Up your spuds.
She could fuck up your spuds, or she could make corn happen.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing.
The choice is yours.
Yes. One might say corn.
Make it a great day or not.
The choice is yours.
Yeah.
You're really ruining my corn joke here. I'm just trying to say, calm.
I knew you were going there.
I know.
I knew it.
But yeah, so he was like, listen. But these 2 assholes were like, hey, you old hag, if you're so powerful, let's see it. And Hannah was like, oh, baby, let's go. So she pointed to a nearby oak tree and she said, you want to see some shit? Before you have a chance to even pass that tree, you're going to find out just how powerful your girl is. By the way, these are all direct quotes.
Direct quotes.
But then she turned around and she just cackled all the way inside.
Oh, yeah,
like a true fucking queen. So the 2 men continued doubting her. And as they turned to go on their merry way, they really shouldn't have. Because once Hannah was back inside her home, they tried to continue down the road. And they were carrying like a huge load of hay with them. And leading the like hay barrel majiggy was 2 oxen. They were pulling the cart. But as they signaled the animals to head down the road, they simply could not move the cart. It was completely stuck.
Hannah.
Yeah. They kept trying, and eventually one of the wheels came flying off and everything went flying. And as that happened, unfortunately, it did startle the animals. So they ran away through a fence and just kept running.
And they ran
so far away. And the 2 farmers went down the road after them after glancing back at Hannah's house and hearing her cackling from inside. And they just kept running and running and running, and she kept cackling. And all the reports kind of make it seem like the more Hannah was laughing, the faster they ran. Like her laughter was controlling the speed of their run.
I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah. Almost like they were bewitched by laughter.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then she's just laughing her ass off.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
So they never fucked with her again. No. And strangely enough, they were like later on a couple of people stumbled across the cart of hay. And there was this jar of strange liquid inside that the 2 farmers said was not there before.
Whoa.
But like no explanation about that.
Just some weird ass liquid.
Weird liquid.
They're like, Hannah did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So Hannah was said to kind of love that people thought of her as a witch. And, maybe from time to time she would use it to her advantage.
Yeah.
She knew that people were a little scared of her, so why not benefit from that? So she'd go to her neighbors and ask them for like firewood or pies. And remember, she's a widow. She was left with next to nothing. So she needs a little help from her neighbors.
Of course.
And she would give it to them had they asked.
Yeah.
She'd give them a bundle of tiger lilies, you know?
Oh, yeah, she would.
An eye for an eye, a tiger lily for a pie.
Exactly. I love that she's in her villain era, though. I love that she's just leaning into it. She's like, you gonna be scared of me? Be scared of me.
She doesn't give a single fuck. And that is something I aspire to.
For sure.
So, yeah. So if they wouldn't give the pies to her or the firewood, she would just tell them that she was going to curse them, or she'd just kind of like utter some kind of curse at them and just fuck them all up.
That's what I'm going to do now.
I mean, yeah.
Somebody will give me a pie. I'm just going to be like, I'll curse you.
I'll give you any pie you want. So one day, one of her neighbors was making a shit ton of pies, and Hannah was like, hey, like, can I get in on those?
Can I get in on this pie action?
Can I get some of that? Please.
Oh, please.
I like pumpkin. She said, I am your neighbor. So the neighbor woman, she seemed a bit put out by the request.
But you're making pies.
You're making so many.
You're making pies for people to consume, man.
Yeah. It's also really funny, like the take that some people want to take on this story, because you can tell some people that reiterate these accounts are not on Hannah's side.
Ooh.
And they're like, she just told Hannah that her husband really loved that pie and that she didn't want to give it to her. And Hannah just like punched her in the face. Like, that's not what happened. I'm a Hannah truther. Okay. So what really happened was I'm a Hannah truther. So Hannah asked for one of them, and this biatch gave her the smallest one. And Hannah was like, you're kind of selfish. Ha. Making all these pies, I got nothing, and you give me the smallest one? Have you heard the word on the street? I'm a motherfucking widow. So the lady tries to start with her, and Hannah says, hush, hush now. And she turns around to go home. But as she does, she mutters something under her breath. You better hope she didn't mutter at you. And it turned out that it was some kind of curse, because that bitch ass woman, she was never able to bake another pie again. Hannah, is that you?
I'm screaming.
Could never bake pie again.
Never bake again.
But now,
no pies for you.
To the sad part of my story.
Oh no. Okay, let me get myself together.
After years of cursing and such, Hannah, my queen, my actual queen, predicted her own death. Are you okay over there? This is the sad part. My queen dies.
I'm crying so hard.
So she had a rooster named Boreas or Boris. Are you all right? She's stopping. Of course she did. She had chickens, snakes, and roosters, and tiger fucking lilies.
Boris.
Boris or Boreas? How would you pronounce Boreas?
Boreas?
Boreas.
Boris?
Boreas. I like Boreas.
Boreas.
Hannah, I hope I'm saying it right. All due respect.
To Boreas.
Boreas. So she had a rooster named Boreas, and he was like basically her best friend. The people in town had gotten so used to him crowing at exactly midnight every single night that they like knew him by name. And a lot of people thought that he might have been her familiar.
Oh.
But one day Boreas, the rooster, died unexpectedly. And Hannah was obviously super sad, and she went over to one of her neighbors that she actually got along with to chat about it. And she told the neighbor, because my beloved rooster has died, I know that my death is approaching too. I can feel it.
Oh, no.
So she said to this neighbor, she gave them explicit instructions about how her death was to be handled. And when somebody does that, you respect their wishes.
Yeah.
Correct. So she wanted her casket to be carried by hand down to the cemetery. They had to walk her down to the cemetery, hold that casket, walk with their own 2 feet. However many people needed to be there, that's fine. But that's what they had to do. Yeah. Paul Bear.
Yeah.
So she also said that she was not to be buried until after sundown. Hannah was found dead in her home the day after this conversation.
Oh, no, Hannah.
She knew.
She knew.
So it was the middle of January, and there was fresh snow on the ground. So the people in charge of moving her decided to ignore her request to be carried down to the cemetery, and instead they tried loading her casket onto a big sled so that they could be lazy and slide her down.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. But no matter what they did, they could not get that casket to stay on the sled. It kept falling off. People sat on it and tried to make sure that it wouldn't fall off. They would get thrown off. Whoa. At one point, it apparently just started violently shaking.
Oh, I would throw people off my casket for
Absolutely.
Sure.
I'm not going to ever be in one of those, though. They tried tying chains to it to get it stuck to the sled. It still fell off. No matter what, they couldn't keep it on there.
It's like, guys, just pick it up.
Yeah. So eventually these fuckers did. They did as Hannah wished. And by the time they were through, they actually had no choice but to fulfill her final wish to be buried after the sun went down.
It's the middle of the night now.
Straight up. So when the people carrying her casket finally got her settled and were able to, fulfill her final wishes, They made their way back into town and they passed by her house because they figured, we did like she told us.
Yeah,
eventually.
we did the right thing eventually.
No, when they did, they found her house completely engulfed in flames.
Oh, Hannah.
She was not happy.
Ooh.
Now, for some reason, the nearby well was running dry, even though earlier that day, people had no issue using it. Someone claimed that around 11 a.m., they'd gotten multiple buckets full of water, and now it was about 3 p.m., and it seemed like there hadn't been water in the well at all that day. Not even a drop was left. The rocks at the bottom did not glisten like they were even damp. This thing was dry.
But I thought it was after dark. It was 3 p.m.
Well, it was winter, so it was dark that day.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe it was a long walk back.
It was a really long walk.
Sources vary, all right.
Maybe after dark meant like early morn.
Yeah.
By the time they got her in there, and it took a while for them to.
Yeah. She just said after sundown.
Yeah, exactly.
And they had a voyage. So.
They did have a voyage.
So, anyway, the well is bare. And they knew that this was Hannah at work. Inconsistencies are fine.
It's totally the legend, man.
I'm just messing with you. So the fire roared on for multiple days and apparently even spread to multiple other towns.
Oh, damn.
Because they could not get this fire out.
Because the well water.
Mm-hmm. It spread to Danbury, Bridgeport, and Newtown. Now, legend has it, when the fire started to settle and there was just a bunch of like rubble and ashes everywhere, Hannah Cranna appeared before the townspeople again, seemingly in search of something and slightly irritated.
Slightly irritated.
As she always was.
I love that.
So as they all stood by and watched, she poked through the ashes with a stick. But when she couldn't find what she was looking for, she just turned around and headed toward the well. And when she made it there, her figure disappeared. And as she disappeared, the ghost of her rooster appeared. He said a little cock-a-doodle-doo 3 times for everybody, and people claimed that the sound of his crow, was eerily similar to Hannah's voice.
Oh.
So in the weeks following, people around town started to float the idea that the rooster and Hannah were actually the same person or spirit.
Whoa.
And she could just like appear as the rooster when she wanted to.
Whoa.
They were like, I've never seen them in the same time, in the same place at the same time.
I haven't seen Hannah and Boris in the same room.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next time somebody spotted Hannah was the summer after she passed. This guy was walking home late at night and he passed by where her house used to be. The well that she had disappeared by, and again, the one that went completely dry when her home was on fire, seemed to be one of her favorite places because that's where this guy spotted her. So that well had stayed completely dry ever since the fire at Hannah's place broke out. No water whatsoever. But when this guy saw her, Hannah was loading up a bucket with water, and she was watering the tiger lilies that were still in her yard. He was freaked out, to say the least, and he just like hurried home. And when he woke up the next morning, he was probably having a hard time deciding if that was real or if he had dreamed it or if he had like really gotten super smashed. So in order to be sure, he headed over to the scene of the crime. Now, when he got there, he was like, oh, okay, phew, because the well was still all dried up. He was like, okay, that was totally a dream.
Yeah.
So he's like, cool. But when he walks by the flowers, it was clear that the ground around them was wet.
Ooh.
And it had not rained in days.
She was using ghost water.
Ghost water. Ooh. So people saw Hannah from time to time. And actually, one of the last times that she was ever spotted was during the Civil War. And allegedly, P.T. Barnum was the one to spot her.
He's always all up in this shit.
He is.
Remember, he was in Champ.
He was.
He was offering Champs. He wanted Champ's hide.
Did you also know that he was the mayor at one point of like Bridgeport, Connecticut?
No, I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Wow.
Yeah. Weird.
Crazy.
I know. So he was one of the last ones to spot her ghost, at least. But he saw her on a white horse with her black hair flowing in the wind.
Oh, hell yeah.
Seemingly just on her way back home.
Good for her.
Yeah. But some legends claim that on the road near the cemetery she was buried in, which is Gregory's Four Corners burial ground, Hannah will appear to drivers on that road that's nearby.
Ooh.
And when this happens, people will swerve to avoid her, thinking she's a real person. And when they do, they crash.
Ooh.
So it's like, did they piss off Hannah somehow?
Oh, no.
But that is the story of my true queen, Hannah Cranna.
My true queen.
I'm obsessed with her.
I love Hannah.
I want to visit her grave. It's real.
I want to visit her grave.
To her grave.
Yeah, I want to visit her grave.
Connecticut's in New England. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. It's right there. Like, I just spit at Connecticut. I didn't spit at like you're mean. I spit at like I can reach you with my spit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loving spit.
Lovingly, I spit at you.
Yeah, I want to plant like tiger lilies at her grave.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I think we should.
I would love to.
Let's go see Hannah Cranna.
All right. Well,
damn.
We're going to go do that.
And don't follow any ghost lights.
And do praise Hannah.
Yeah.
And also, we do hope that you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep it weird. But not so weird that you doubt my true queen or that you go follow some ghost lights into purgatory, because that doesn't really sound like a straight up good time.
It does.
So bye.
Bye. Squeak.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie. One thing I've learned is that you buy a house, but you make it a home. For decades, Angie's helped millions of homeowners hire skilled pros for the projects that matter. Angie, the one you trust to find the ones you trust. Find a pro for your project at Angie.com.
Every wireless service comes with a cost, right? Wrong. The Text Now app lets you do your thing for free. Get real talk, real text, and 5G data for must-have apps with no monthly bill. Need more data? Add it right from the app. Done? Go back to free. No long-term contracts, no pressure, no surprises. Just wireless that works around you. Text Now. We've got your back. Download Text Now in your app store today. Wireless plans require the purchase of a SIM card. Visit textnow.com for terms and conditions.